You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. So, good evening. Welcome to the Pan-African Daily TV. First of all, I would like to apologize on the late state. This press conference we had to have started, let's just say, 1 hour ago, and we have been here in the studio with technical issues that will not allow us to go live tonight. So we are connecting from the studio Pan-African Daily on a very breaking update concerning the 15th International Africa Expo Festival that was scheduled to take place this week. I mean, in a couple of days, in 3 days, from the 4th to the 7th of August 2022 in Tübingen, Germany, has been cancelled. This official cancel. We have worked hard for 2 months now trying to bring this historic comeback after COVID edition of 2022, which till now is still suspended. So we are here tonight to brief you shortly why we had to take this sudden decision to cancel this event after all the input, after all the economic investment, after all the human resources, after all the mobilization. Despite the short time after COVID elevation, we all came together and decided we were going to come together again, just like we used to do 15, 20 years ago in at the Africa Festival in Tübingen, Germany. But it suddenly happened that the conditions that went through this negotiation were not mutually favorable for both parties. And so we had to stop the negotiation and stop the event. And so we're looking forward for a next roundtable again, which we're going to sit and put all the points again on the table to analyze what statistics or what should the event look like from a security point of view, and also from the regulations from the City Department of Law and Order in Tübingen, Germany. So I want to thank all of you for joining and for sharing the conversation with us tonight on the Pan-African Daily TV. It's really about giving you the reason why it was just not possible for us to carry on this event as scheduled and as planned. Because the first thing, nothing has ever changed ever since we went to Tübingen. In our planning, in the team, a little bit of changes and adjustment. In the conception, everything stays the same ever since we started. Nothing had changed even in the infrastructure. Nothing had changed also in the projects that were going to be exhibited on this 22 edition. So whatever I went through, whether it was a misunderstanding or it was a timing that was not really perfect this time, we are going to give you a feedback on it. But we want to thank you so much for your support, because immediately this came up, we saw people actually reacting. They were so depressed, they were shocked, they were embarrassed, they were confused. They didn't actually know what is just going on. And right now that I'm talking to you, we have traders and artists that are already in Germany at the time, and ready for the event as it was scheduled, right? And so we are trying to look for solutions, how we are going to solve this challenge. What kind of resolutions we have to come together again on the table to renegotiate the contract that we had with the City Department of Law and Order and in Germany. So we kindly ask all of you that had actually taken your time, your patience, all the investments that have been made. I mean, damage has been made anyway. We're not going to disagree with that. You can imagine the visas, the stand, exhibit artists, the hotels, everything that has been planned up to now. For us to get this embarrassment to suddenly have to cancel, not that we wanted, but it was just a last decision that we sat together and said it could not go on for obvious reasons. So we want to cover you. We want all of us to just stay calm and know that it is not the end. It is not the end, and it will not be the first time that we are facing such challenges. But we are actually in this situation where we used to say African challenges need African solutions. Challenges that actually affect whether the diaspora or the continent or the communities in which we are all residing in, be it in our host countries or as migrants in these communities, we need a solution. So a backup is not the solution. So we are going to come together again, like I said, sit on the round table, renegotiate the conditions that must be mutually favorable for both parties for this event to take place. So we already sent the press release, and we actually told you what happened, what transpired. After all the presentations, applications done, the number of expectation done, and then something just suddenly came up with the security measures that have to be put on the festival ground, which is, of course, what should be done. And even from our own part as organizers, we know very, very well, if you're inviting people to an event of that magnitude, to a global event, I mean, there are security measures that have to be taken part from the point of view of the organizers, and also in collaboration and in relationship with the laws of the Department of Order and, in Tübingen. And actually, we went through this process. We had a lot of meetings. We had a lot of negotiations going on, how we think it should look like. Of course, time was not really on our side, because this is a project that we usually would take a year to plan and put everything into place. First, because of the situation of the crisis that we are currently going through, it was so difficult for us to get infrastructures on time. We know that COVID was just opened in Germany between the month of May and April. All right. And so most of the events that were planned in Germany were already, booked. So getting canopies, which actually is what exhibitors need, or our artists, or our presentation of our forums, was the biggest challenge of our time. But nevertheless, we got it. So from every challenge, from infrastructures to mobilization to getting artists to participate, it was just a matter of like a spot kind of event that we were doing. But nevertheless, like I said, we got everything at the right time and the right spot. But for this point where we could not actually agree on the maximum participation at a given time on the festival ground. And that was the point where we now got stuck, that we say no. If the city is given a maximum participation of 500 people at the festival ground, and we know from our history that that is not possible to realize, and also to go against the law of the community, that would be breaking the law, and that's not responsible as organizers and leaders of a community and, engagement for the public. So it was not possible to say we are going to get a maximum. And in this maximum, persons on the African village ground or the first place, like we say, it's inclusive the artists, the team itself, our volunteers, and also the exhibitors that are bringing their projects to this platform. So you can imagine if you just do simple basic arithmetic, it would not even work. So as a matter of fact, us like a team, we are made of almost 80, right? The main team, the organizing team, the artists, the volunteers, everybody in this 4 days, because it's a huge event, as we all know. And so we have to put all those measures in place. And for us to get a maximum participant on the first ground at a given time, at 500 was not possible from a social, from a cultural, from a business point of view is unrealistic. And so, but the only thing that we find that was really, really not in place was the timing. The timing that just a couple of days, then we would get this kind of hard measures is what I think has frustrated the whole plan. And we had to actually come up like leaders to make a decision that has been so hard for us to take, a decision that has been so hard. If you go to the festival page, it's still not canceled because we still cannot believe that this event is not going to hold. So as a matter of fact, I have with me here our guests and our members, our supporters, our team, our presidents in the studio that want to actually come on live and share this experience and a perspective, African solutions for African challenges. What is it that we're bringing on the table to say, this is the way forward? This is the alternative. This is how we could sit down again and negotiate for a mutual benefit for both parties. Of course, we don't want to go against the law. Of course, the law also is there to protect us. So what is the middle way? But one thing that I'm very thankful is the reaction. We should not be broken in times of this. Things like this would always happen. But challenges are there so that we can sit again and pull down and sit at the negotiation table and look for solutions. And I'm very certain that we are going to get a solution that is tangible and correct for this challenge, because it's the first time, it's not going to be the last time, but we are able. So first of all, also, we want to thank the City Department of Tübingen. We have enjoyed a wonderful working relationship with them since 2010. And we have never had to get this kind of a situation. And I think the City Department is also very, very shocked about the cancellation, which is not something that was intended. The Lord Mayor reached out and said it was just not necessary for us to cancel at this last minute. So yes, we are going to come up again with a tangible solution. But like we said, some things must happen so that we know how to bring solutions on our challenges. So I'm going to bring the guest in studio with me here. I have Professor James Small, who is one of the mentor and our keynote speakers, in studio. And also joining us, we have Sister Felicia, who is one of the powerful queens on our organization and as a mentor, and also the collaborations that we are doing with partners in other diaspora community to see how we all are evolving in our different communities with our engagement and the contributions that we are all bringing on the table. So I have Sister Felicia here joining me tonight. Thank you so very much, Sister, for joining, and thank you, Prof. And we also have the president, the senior executive president, Sister Nana Bentley. She is also a diaspora German based in Munich and one of a prominent influencer when it comes to projects that are the diasporans. And she made a beautiful song together with Stefan Raab. Is a very popular Sendung, like we said, media point here. And Sister Benna sang her heart out to say, "Ich liebe Deutschland," means I love Germany. And she was the one that was made to do the opening ceremony on Thursday of this event that we were planning. So I will bring her live after we have listened to Professor James Small and Sister Felicia. Happy to share your impressions. So I would just go live and ask Professor James Small to make an official statement about this press conference that we are holding. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yes, good afternoon, Sister Susan and Sister Felicia. I'm very sad to hear that the government would impose such a low number of only 500 persons would be the maximum to attend the festival. There's something so unfair about that. I'm hoping very much that they would be able to sit with you at the table as quickly as possible and try to renegotiate the terms of the festival. Things seem to have been going well up until that point, but a festival that have drawn thousands and thousands through the years, to reduce it at the last minute, 2 days out to 500, I don't know what to think of it. I don't want to call it any negative. I would not want to go into negative. I think it may have been a misjudgment on the part of those who are in charge of the security services. And I'm hoping very much that they would realize the kind of support that this festival have and would be willing to sit down with you and your board as quickly as possible to renegotiate the terms so that you can get the numbers, the maximum number limit at a realistic level. So we are all over the world who was waiting for the festival and wanting to be a part of the festival. We're just very disappointed. And we hope that the government agency, the security department that you have to deal with, would understand the shock that this is going to bring to the community.
Thank you very much, Prof. I mean, you are like a professor and a scholar in this. In African culture. And our organization, our project is really about the intercultural exchange programs that we do and presenting the African culture in its in the way best possible that we could do. And we would have had you as a keynote speaker to actually educate us about the need for us to preserve this relationship, the need for us to actually re-educate ourselves about the necessity of keeping the African culture. So from this point of perspective, it is a very relevant event. It's not just a festival of music and dance and food and drinks and showcasing. It's really about putting an educational program, how to educate ourselves about the African culture, isn't it?
Well, you know, culture is at the center of what makes for good relationships between peoples. And the African culture and the German culture would intersect at this event in such a wonderful way. You know, many people have no idea of how African culture expresses itself when it comes to looking at history, when it comes to looking at the things we create in a society, when it comes to looking at how we educate children or how we view family or marriage or any of these things, or how we view making diplomatic relationships with one another that has promise to it. People to people culture have been more powerful than government to government interaction in most instances in the world. And certainly African culture being brought from an academic and an intellectual point of view to the peoples attending this festival in Germany would be a big plus for everyone to begin to understand that what we think we know about one another, we really don't. And a lot of what we think we don't know, we really do know. We just don't have the opportunity to express those things, to show how much we have in common, to show our common history, especially with the Cameroon, with Germany and Tanzania, with Germany and Togo, with Germany and Namibia, and many parts of Africa. Things that people don't understand that we would be talking about, that people would have a better appreciation for the interaction over the centuries between the two cultures. You know? So we hope again that the leaders in the country would really be open to sitting down as soon as possible to see how we can make this event happen in the most positive way possible.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your feedback and your perspective. And we really do look forward. We are already very matured people. We can sit again and we can look for solutions to our challenges. Thank you so very much for being here, Prof. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity. Bye-bye now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good. Yes. And now we have Sister Felicia Happy, a filmmaker. One of the biggest sisters that we know when it has to do in terms of African culture and how it evolves and interchange with different communities and in the diaspora from the continent. But also, you are one of those pioneers on the Happy Movement, and you had this experience recently with the team of scholars that you were taking to the continent, and then suddenly had to cancel the expenses and everything that came along with it. So we would like you to share your perspective on what is it that actually we are going through from your point of view, being empathetic on what has happened.
Yeah, so first, peace to the family. You know, I love being on your show because you have everyone on here. I see Zambia, Kenyans in the house, everyone's here. So, you know, this is the thing. And, you know, when we first, when it first happened, right? And they say when we had to type it and say it was canceled. You know, it's so many different emotions that was going on. And at the time, we didn't have the foresight to look at this as like being the best thing that happened. But I'm going to use some words that you actually used when you came onto One Africa, right? Because when you came and you were part of our conference, and you were so intentional with your words. And what you said was that they didn't stop nothing, because they didn't stop nothing. It feels like they stopped something, like the physicality of this happening in a few days, but they didn't stop nothing. They've actually made this even stronger. And so at the time we couldn't see that. And it's so nice to see Professor Small, because he always has a way of like putting the hands on you, like, oh, you know, because he was the key person who told us to stay focused on our intention, right? To stay focused. We wanted to kind of turn around and fight, you know, and get scrappy, but then that loses the intention of what we set out to do. So we had to think smart, right? And we knew that we were not going to stop. Just like you're not going to stop. This is going to happen. It may not happen in these next few days, but it's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen because you told us that. You told us that when we were at One Africa. You was like, they didn't do nothing. They made you stronger. We envisioned us being right where we are right here, all together collectively. So the festival, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. You know, it's going to happen. You're not derailed. You're right on time. It don't feel like it though. I'm telling you, when the professor was talking, I was like, no. I said, they did this and da. And he was like, no. He said, what they did was strengthen your resolve, and they helped you to stay clear about what you said you were going to be doing. So I was like, okay. And now, a couple of weeks afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, it couldn't have happened the way, because we had this grandiose thing. We were bringing these 13 scholars to Egypt, to return into the source. Like, it couldn't get no better than that, right? But then it didn't happen, and it actually got better. We had it in Detroit, and Detroit brought out way more people. We were able to live stream because Egypt was being funny with this live streaming piece. So we were able to live stream across the world. And it was a good day for Black people, just like your conference will be. So everybody in the chat, everyone's like, oh yeah, we can't wait, because we about to show them. We're going to really show out now. You might have had a couple thousand people coming. Now you're going to have more people coming, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, Dr. Tatah.
Thank you very much, Sister Felicia. But like going back to that question that, like you said, but you just came back again from this educational academic trip that you made again. Yeah. So it was not just like a question of a challenge come up and then we back up, but you went again, re-strategize and put the right place or the right strategy in place, and you did it anyway.
Yeah, and then, let me tell you, it was costly. When they pulled the rug up. Like, they just pull the rug up under you, right? Money, it's, resources are gone. Just your whole plans, you just shook to the core. But we were like, it's going to happen. We took counsel in our spirit guides and our ancestors. So we were clear it was going to happen. We didn't know how it was going to happen. And we were able to be victorious at the end. The same people who thought they were going to stop us just made us stronger. And so we didn't have this conference in Kemet. We had about 200 people that was going to be going with us as well, right? And so some people elected not to come back, but we ended up having about 85 people, and elders came with us to Egypt a couple of weeks ago, well, the end of May. And we were there, and we did this tour. We went to tombs that we hadn't even thought about going to the first time, and that they're off the beaten track, so people don't always go and honor them. So that was really special. So we actually ended up being better, but I don't know if, at the time it was happening, we couldn't see how it was going to work out. We just knew that it was going to work out. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the encouragement. Thank you for just also signing in to say we are shocked, because we were already ready to be here. Of course, you had to be here. And even when your child was going through a graduation on the seat, you said, Dr. Susan, even for one day, I have to be in Germany.
Yeah, I gotta drop this. Yeah, I gotta drop this big old kid off to college. Gosh, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. He's going to college. Yeah. And so, so now whenever this is rescheduled, I'll even have more time. I can come for every single day, because it's going to happen. Like, this is happening. Listen, I already have my outfits picked out. Okay. Dr. Tatah, it is happening. Okay.
Thank you.
It is definitely going to happen.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you for joining spontaneously to say, I want to motivate all of you. Don't give up. Some challenges happen, but we have to look for solutions. And the best thing is still going to happen. The chosen time is going to happen. The chosen place is going to happen. And we are all here supporting one another. I want to congratulate everyone that is watching. I see people watching from all across, from home and abroad. And we are on the press conference of the cancellation of the Africa Festival Expo that was supposed to take place this week in Tübingen, Germany. And we're just trying to motivate one another and to ask us not to really freak out because we had to cancel this in this last minute, but to understand that we need these challenges so that we can sit again and negotiate and communicate with one another and understand one another, and then pave a perfect way forward without any, strings attached. So thank you so very much, sister. It's a wonderful pleasure to have you here. And we are looking forward when we are going to have the alternative date and to have you again as our guest speaker.
Yes. And so now, because our One Africa, it's finally done. You can go to our website, and because everyone's been asking me about your performance. And let me tell you, the One Africa, your performance was dynamite. And I'm going to send you a link, because I think you need to watch it. Right. I think it would be so appropriate for you to watch you delivering that speech, because then you will be okay with the process that's going on right now, because you helped us get through it. You helped us get through when we were going through our stuff. So I'm going to send you a link. You're going to watch you. Okay, you can watch everybody else, Bayina Bello, Professor Small, all you can watch everybody else, but you need to watch your performance. It was dynamite. One Africa, power and unity. All right. I love you, girl.
Thank you so much. We love you too, sister. All the best. Yes, greetings to you. And we see you soon in Germany. Yes. All right. So we are still having one very key important guest who is a member of the team with me here in Germany, a powerful woman. This is a woman that we put on the whole negotiation, the whole organization together. And you actually saw us putting the placards on the street of Tübingen by ourselves. It was really an exciting event that we wanted to bring another kind of a flavor, women that are actually repositioning themselves to get engaged in their community activities and also to support, their countries of origin and their continent in particular, right? We were so excited. We mobilized a group of women and we went through the streets in Tübingen doing our placateering by ourselves. And we had a lot of people that stood there, and they actually were so amazed that we are doing this incredible job. And we said, why not? In the beginning, we used to do these things, and even though in this short time, we went on the street and do what we thought it was impossible to do. So that's nothing that is impossible that we cannot do, my people. I want to thank you all. Make sure you tell me where you're watching from. I see a lot of people. It's just amazing, all of you that are connecting to this press conference tonight. And if you would permit me, I would like to bring Queen Venna Bentley. We call her Madame Kraus. Okay, Madame Kraus. I know that my German family and the African family in Tübingen and everywhere across are watching us right now. Maybe some of them are also irritated. Why are we just speaking only in English? We are Germans. But I want to promise you that in the next week, all this through this press conference was just to break what happened. But from tomorrow, we're going to be getting guests talking about different topics. Even the keynote speakers, the artists that are already in Germany right now would be coming up in studio to share this another incredible experience, which we are ready to take to another level, you and me, hand in hand. That's what we want for the world, a world of humanity, of mutual understanding. When something goes wrong, we sit around again, bring solutions to the table to move our communities, our continent, our people, whatever situation we are, forward, stronger than before. So I'm bringing on the stream, Sister Verna Kraus, Madam Kraus, Mrs. Kraus. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Tatah. A pleasure. You look so beautiful. Professor Small, you are one great spirit. You're the most spiritual person and Ray Hagen on this earth. Oh, Dr. Shock also. I got to give y'all, it's three of y'all. So good. Let me see if I can get me a little clearer here. What is in front of that thing there? So, okay. So, Felicia just said it. This happened that the next one will be greater. You got a lot of training that you never got before, going through the process of getting this event. The Germans are fair people, but at the same time, they could never imagine an event of this mass, of this nature from Africans. Why is that so good? Oh, that camera. So, am I a little clearer now?
You're very okay. And we love your flowers.
Okay.
Madam Kraus.
Yeah. So, Dr. Tatah, you did everything you had to do, and the people that were involved with it, they will understand, because we are headed towards what really Africa deserves. It's impossible to have a fest with no guests coming. No one would get paid. No one would be. It would be all a waste. It's a good thing is that they told you before people started loading up things on the plane. Okay, and also the Germans, they got so many laws and rules, you know, but they never had someone to offer them. When you did your fest before, you had a more German participants than Africans. Is that right? I mean,
Yeah,
most of the
yeah,
people,
of
the
course.
Germans,
It's a colored festival. It's open for every nationality, every
yes,
status, every
yes,
background,
yes,
and it's really mixed. Of course, we're in Germany. It's
yes,
whole here.
yes.
Yes.
But to make something on this scale, on this, it's just it's the greatest thing that ever happened to Africans. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to have an event like that. So this is also it for the Germans. How is this going to turn out? You know, so it just happened the way it's supposed to happen. It happened the way it's supposed to happen, and you'll see it later if you don't see it right now. But I think you kind of know that everything happened for a reason.
Mhm.
Everything happens for a reason. You're on your way to do exactly what you planned on doing. This is your dream, and you have worked so hard. You didn't even sleep most of the time. You didn't even sleep, and I know that the people that depended on you, they also know that you wouldn't do anything that would cause them to get in trouble. Okay, so everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out. See, we should not be disappointed. Okay, you have to be a little disappointed. Okay, I understand the vendors being a little disappointed, but just know there's bigger and a much greater event. Okay, because we did not have this event. Okay, so it's not just negative. It happened for a reason. It happened for a reason.
Mhm. Thank you so very much, Sister Vena. You have been very, very concerned, even from the projects. You already had flew in. You already sent. I received your cartons 3 days ago. How you want to beautify the forums, how you want to contribute to take care of in the parade. How you already were ready to bring play things that we're going to do the family program. All these designs. And now, of course, we should be disappointed. It's a fact. There's not something that we can dance or celebrate because there's a lot of cost that is involved here. There's a lot of um, um, uh, I mean, payments to do even without the festival. I mean, the artists are totally disappointed. They've booked hotels, flights have been booked, visas from the exhibitors and the artists on the continent, and all these charges is something that actually is crazy. It's crazy, as you know. But you still went on and say, never mind, we are going to do the right thing.
Yes. And I also want to say that people that our viewers, please send donations to us because at this time there's a lot of things that we have to cover financially. Okay, so as put your pennies together, send us a donation because one person cannot do it by themselves. Okay, we need all of y'all. Whatever you can offer us, that would be a help for us, and also that we can satisfy the people that were involved and hoping, give them some hope that it's going to be greater. It's going to be greater, but help ease some of the tension off of them. We as one family, Africans, we will. We with our ancestors, okay, with great leaders and our fathers like Professor Small and King Mapunga. We have everything we need to do this event. Okay, it's just the timing. It's going to be a different time, but it will be greater, and you will be so happy if you just have the understanding and see the bigger picture. Yeah, I still don't see me clear.
Yes, I think the connection is tripping a little bit, but that's fine. We're back. Even me, I'm hanging.
Yeah.
Oh, all
No,
right.
you're
I think
doing
we're back.
very
But I
good.
think the
You're doing very
audience
good.
is watching us, like we say. Thank you so very much, sister. Thank you so very much, big sister. I mean, you are also a support. I think this is the kind of network that African women, we coming together to say, how can we contribute, even though we're living in the diaspora, to connect the diaspora back to the continent and to engage. Because the biggest pain that we are going through is seeing Africa's young people dying, crossing the Mediterranean Sea
Yeah,
every day to come to Europe.
yeah,
And no matter how we are going to say it, platforms like our own open up the possibility for this international dialogue and
yeah,
experiences to see how can we collaborate with our young people, how can we
yeah,
reach out to information to them. So when we have forums to dialogue, we really want to solve problems and challenges that are affecting the African continent and its diasporas and the communities in which we live. So we do really appreciate your contribution, like we are saying. It is just a small window that that is was trying to close, that is
yeah,
opening the biggest door that is unimaginable. And I
yeah.
really want to reach out again, and I will say thank the community and the City Department of
Mhm.
Law and Order in Tübingen, because even in this challenge, they are also still looking for solution. They reached out to us today in the morning and said, let us just come together again and figure out what actually happened and look for
Mhm.
alternative so that we can move our project forward.
Yeah,
And so this is
yes,
going to happen this week. And I'm really, really thankful that it is not just about like we say, oh, no, you do this to me because this is a no. It is a time where we are matured as leaders that are
Mhm.
responsible when we do events like that, to know that
Mhm.
it could go this way, but it could also go the other way. I also want to thank
Yes,
most of our corporate partners, the ones that we had already engaged with them. And as we are in this crisis management situation right now, a lot of them are just saying, no, we are not going to charge for anything. Of course, it was not a project that would even support us economically. So it would even be dangerous that you will not be able to cover our costs or to pay us than to be in this kind of a crash. So you see,
yeah,
everything is coming back to dialogue on the
yeah,
same table. And dialogue is the most important project that we have with this coming together. How do we
yes,
communicate? How do we solve these problems? Sister Nada.
yeah. Well, working with the Germans it's not always easy, but it is correct. It is
Yes.
correct, and we can learn a lot from them. Everything that we need to do this event at the level it's supposed to be done, supreme level for the Africans. For the Africans, once we do this, and once we do the event, it will be exactly the way it was supposed to be. Everything is working out exactly the way it's supposed to work out, even though we don't see it right now. But it's working in our way. We don't have to worry. All we have to do is just know it's working out for the best. It always worked out for the best. But ancestors never desert us, and we're always shown the way. So we have to follow the way that we have to go on this path now, so we can become stronger, bigger. That we are ready to do the one that is going to be done.
Thank you so very much. I mean, we're going to take a few calls. Like I said, if you want to call in into the studio to express your perspective or to motivate and to keep us as one connected, strong, big family, please call. Just call in the
Yes.
studio on +49 1578 211 2379. We are going to take your call. We are going to respond to you. But of course, I see in the chat everyone that is connecting and say, I love this beautiful African smiles. I love it. African women are coming together and people are coming together to take responsibility, to
Hmm.
take responsibility of solving challenges that, never before had occurred like this. So yes, I thank you so much. And those that are saying we will not stop at supporting one another, we will not stop at taking the responsibility, to make sure that our our events and our communities are satisfied. So we're waiting for your call. Like I said, the lines are open, but
Yes.
please don't call direct. Call using your WhatsApp number which is rolling on the screen. This is +49 1578 211 2379, and we would be able to pick your call in the studio. Yes. And so, Sister Nadada, you have been contributing not just only financially, morally, you are empowering young Africans on the continent. You have a lot of projects, and most of them you invited to even to come to this and share their projects in the community with the diaspora, with all the other initiatives that we have around. And you're still doing more. I mean, what is the essence of the young people on the continent? Why we want them to have an opportunity on the continent where they are?
Yes. Well, the young people are the only ones that can bring Africa up. If they all decide to run away, Africa has no chance. So what we have to do is make it possible for them to have a decent life. We as the mother Africans, we have to make sure that our children, all African children, should have a decent meal and a decent place to sleep in. They should be able to go get an education that educates them how great they are. Then they won't want to leave Africa. We need to know that Africa is the paradise that the Creator gave us. That we are the firstborns, are the first humans. We are the mother of civilization. We are the ones that had the world running in total peace. When women were there, when women were running the lands, do you know that they had no word even for jail? African young people, they had so much respect for their elders. When I want to say to the African young people, you all are our only hope. You all are the ones that can turn it around. You know, you see what the world is now because people that had no love for Africa. Give your Africa a chance. Remember, this is the land that God gave us. Okay? The Creator, Ma'ama gave us. This is the land that we're supposed to be in. We're the ones that should be fixing the world. We're the only ones that can fix the world. But if Africans do not see their value, if Africa do not see how great it is to be an African, we are lost. And you know, your children, the young people, when you have children, they'll have to struggle also until we decide, no, we are going to fix Africa and start doing it as soon as possible. Even start in your home. How can you help your mother? How can you help your father? You can find something to do. Don't think about, oh, I'm so poor. Think about, wow, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be an African, okay? So many people, all other people have a desire. Maybe not every one of them, but 80% of them have a desire. You can see them laying in the sun to be who we are. We are the greatest people on earth. Don't leave your heritage. Build Africa. Build Africa. You put in the government you want. You become the government. Learn what it takes to run a country because the leaders are not doing it. You all have the opportunity to do it. It's your day. This is your time now. This is African time. The whole universe is working on our side. All we have to do is just have faith and be willing to do the work. Be willing to work. Work overtime to make sure, hey, I'm going to eat tonight.
Okay. I think we have a call. We have a call from King Maponga Joshua, who also apparently would have been here on this panel, but he's going to come anytime this week to actually share his experience with us, what he had with getting a visa to be on this very important festival this year. So we are happy to have you live now, King Maponga. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for extending the invitation for us to come there. The preparations had gone way into an advanced stage. I was looking forward to coming into Germany, and the program was to get to the Berlin grounds, if not the conference itself, and declare the declaration for our century, as it was going to undo what was done by the Europeans in the division of Africa. I was looking forward to coming there and making an announcement to the African community that the borders that were made by the white people are no longer valid. But we are excited. We're in the month of August. I think the next important thing we must do, I want to make an announcement to every African out there, get a drum, get a kudu horn in the month of September. We'll get Kulu Singisa, Dr. Singisa, to come early in the month on the program here and tell us how to celebrate our African time in terms of the African calendar. We want when the moon is starting in September 21, 2021, 22, all of us, wherever you are, in the Caribbean, in Europe, in the whole of Africa, let the drums sound from sea to sea, from coast to coast. Let mountains transport the sound across the oceans, and let it be declared that this is a beginning of a new era, an era for the African people, an era for the children of the soil. So we don't need to travel to Germany. I'll beat my drum in my house. The neighbor will beat his in the other house. The neighbor will beat theirs in the other house. We will cross the rivers and cross the mountains. And in one unison, the children of the soil can communicate and declare ourselves alive. It's a beautiful time. I am sorry we could not make it for now, but I'm glad we are still on the same course. Be strong. We love you, and we carry our gratitude with you, and we carry in our spirit every time. May the planning even be better. But I'm looking forward to Mkulun Singisa and the September date that all of us as African, both at home and in diaspora, we can begin our new year in September, in line with our timetable and in line with our ancestors, in line with our history, to celebrate the window of time, September 21, 22, I think.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for signing in. September 21, 22 is going to be the new year of the Africa, according to the African calendar. I mean, we know Ethiopia also celebrates 7 years, behind. And so he's saying we're going to get a guest speaker that would be coming, to drum and to, celebrate this live as we are now digitally connected. So face-to-face are also good, but the digital space is even taking more attention and connecting us. Like I can see all of us are connected from the diaspora in the Americas, in the Caribbean, in the United Africa, Emirates, in Florida, US. I see people here saying, hey, I'm watching you from Uganda, from Namibia. I'm watching you from the China. Wow. And so this would not even have been possible with us, thank you, with us, a meeting in Tübingen, Germany. But that's why, the digital space connect us with really just even no cost to incur and no cancellation here. So I want to thank really, really King Maponga for signing in. There are also other callers that we're trying to call. Please, the line is open now. Just call and we celebrate and share this moment, this coming together, not black, not white, but colored. And this coming together, we are still looking for alternative, how to reach out to all of you to say, yes, we do really apologize. This event is not going to take place this week as planned, but hey, please, this is not the end. We're still going to give you the platform for us to unite together, share the love, the unity, the peace, and the dancing, and the togetherness, and the eating together, and also to connect ourselves on the digital space like we are doing now. So I really want to appreciate and thank all of you where you are connecting from Germany, from UK, from Britain, from France, from, oh my goodness, from Tanzania. And we do really ask all our exhibitors, particularly the ones that were coming from Tanzania, because that's where most of them, and they have always been on this exhibition and they love Tübingen so much. And they were so disappointed and so hurt, like, how are we going to do? What is going to be the way forward? please, we cannot give you any specific date now or place or location. We would have to have a conversation with the city department as promised. And please, I am very, very certain we are going to get back to you as soon as possible to tell you the way forward. So don't be disappointed. All of you that have your visas, we're still going to go back to the visa procedures. We're still going to, and like we have been doing the 2 days, trying to connect, you know, to do like stopping a cancellation of tickets, or, you know, doing an open ticket system where we don't have to refund, or but we continue. So yes, everything would be possible if we play our part. Everybody has to play their role, and like we're doing our own, you to play your own role to support us, to contribute. I know every disappointment is a blessing. So yes,
Yes.
I have my sister live, and I also have Sister Karaga, one of our gate, the German sister of us that has been supporting us for so long. She is the one collecting, you know, the gate fees, and she is so broken. She is so disappointed. I really would love to get her on the show, but she just sent a message thanking us, and yeah, and she is saying she doesn't really can find it here live. I don't know whether people are watching us from the Facebook page or they are watching us from our page, but I know the pain is there. A lot of people just don't get it. Okay. Yes. So Synovia, over to you. Yes. Greetings, goddess.
Hi. Can Sister Vivian May hear me?
Yes, she hears you.
Yes.
You look so beautiful. Look at you.
You too, baby.
Y'all are beautiful.
Yes.
We are all beautiful.
You just canceled your ticket because you already bought your ticket and you were on the executive women team for the organization of the conference and everything. And you were leaving US to be on this. You bought your ticket until I had asked you, no, sister, don't be on that flight yesterday that you were supposed to take. How did you actually feel when you get this?
My heart, it did drop. My heart sank for a minute.
Yeah.
But then I understood. I understood why.
Mhm.
There were so many forces against you. And I understood. It's like we were trying to make this happen. But the timing it was just not right now. The ancestors were speaking to us and saying, this is not the right time. But that's okay, though.
Yeah.
It's okay, because our time is now.
Yeah.
Our time is now. It just wasn't meant to be at that moment. That's all. You know? Because nothing, the show must go on, how they said, the show must go on.
Yeah.
The show must go
much
on.
more grander. Yeah.
Yes. So it's just so beautiful. I'm even more determined.
Thank you.
I am right for you, Dr. Tatah.
Thank you.
This is my passion. So
Yeah.
I know if life was that easy, then it wouldn't be worth it.
Absolute.
It's okay.
Thank you.
When it happens, it's gonna be magnificent.
Yes.
I share. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you.
My chat family. I have to always speak to my chat family.
All right. Yes, I see you in the chat and I see how you're moderating the chat. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
We love you.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. We love you too. Yes. Thank you so very much. And those of you that are asking how we can contribute, we have our PayPal link. And yes, you can send in your support to support, because like we said, we're already having costs that we'll have to deal with even without the festival right now. And we'll also be coming live every day to give you the way forward. What are the programs that we're going to undertake? Because right now, as I'm speaking to you, there are already people at the festival ground that came this morning, you know, to start their construction. And we are very, very confident, even from the 4th to the 7th, there are going to be people at the festival ground looking forward to this event as usual as every year. So we're putting every communication structures. I really want to thank Tagblatt. Schwäbische Tagblatt is one of our very, very supporting partner, is the main news local paper for the city of Tübingen and surroundings. And they reach out to us and they took out the message and say, yes, we have to share the communication to actually prepare people's mind not to go on the festival ground this week until we have another solution. So I really want to thank Tagblatt, Schwäbische Tagblatt, Tübingen, Germany, for your wonderful support. And I also want to thank every African that is sharing the cancellation, even though they are doing it with tears. It is just a matter of time, just a matter of this week. And I can guarantee you that what was meant to be was not just this weekend, because we did everything we could do. The city department gave us all the support that we could do, but it was not just the right time. The most beautiful time is going to come, and we are going to celebrate our unity, our humanity, Mother Africa in all its facets, in its culture, in its opportunities, in its education, in its women and children and families and humanity as a whole. Okay, so yes, we are on it. Thank you very much, all of you that are supporting, that are sending thumbs up here, that are sending encouraging message to say we should not give up. And I know a lot of people asking, how do I join the show? Please request a link to be in the studio. We are going to send you the link and you can be a part. Just tell us which day is appropriate for you. Like I said, from today to Sunday, we're going to be live. Okay. Yes, Sister Vanna, all your
Yes.
children are watching the continent and the diaspora, your young people that we are empowering to give them opportunities on the continent, the young executives that we are constantly educating them on their possibilities to work hard, to work hard. And that was why we really wanted this meeting, because we wanted this exchange between the German youth and the African youth to empower one another, how we can strengthen this relationship so that the Africans can learn how did German overcome also its own system to become one of the greatest nation in Europe, okay, to
In
be
the
one of the
world.
powerful nation in the world. How did they
Yeah.
do it? We also know that Germany had its own challenges, the Berlin Wall. How did they break the wall and to build Germany to what it is today? The women gathered together, the people sacrificed, they volunteered, they built the street. Until today, Germans are known as the workaholics of the world. We are the least people that go on vacation. Even when we go on vacation, our vacations are so short because we are constantly working and working. And this is the vision of the Africa that we want, that we take responsibility, educate our young people, equip them, empower them with knowledge, with possibilities to build the Africa that they can own and be proud of. And we need the support of Germany. We need the support of European Union. We need the support of African Union. We need the support of all global partners to support this initiative, to give us the possibility to be able to empower our young people to own their continent, to own what belongs to them, and to be proud of it. Just like every other country, Africa must also expand. Africa must also prevail. So we need every support, and we are thankful and grateful for every support. Sister Vena?
And I want to just say to our young executive, y'all are the bomb. You know, y'all are working because you just want to build Africa, and that is the best way. That's the best. That's why you're doing so good, okay? And you are going to be rewarded in every which way that you can be rewarded, okay? Because you all are doing it, man. You got it. You got it in your heart to build Africa. It's rewarding. Trust me. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, we are really thanking them. The Pan-African Daily is operating in 48 countries on the continent and in the diaspora, empowering young people, particularly on the continent, in the rural areas, in the villages. We give them lectures on how they can create employment for themselves. We give them lectures how they can build self-confidence in themselves. We give them lectures how they don't need to must leave the continent thinking that there's something elsewhere. We give them lectures and empower them. But we don't only want to give them lectures. We want to empower them with the equipment. We want to give them the technological know-how. We want to support them financially to create. You know, we want to get experts to teach them how to manufacture, how to produce, how to do handwork, you know, how to cultivate, how to use agriculture, which is the biggest sector on the continent, how to go back to our farms and work and feed ourselves and then trade with the world.
How to build water systems. Yeah.
Yes.
They can do it. They can do it. They're so willing. This is our way forward. This is our way forward. You have started something that Africa has been in need for a very long time. The young people are the ones who are going to give us the African that we want, that everybody's going to want to come to, that every African child can have a meal. No African child should go to bed hungry, and we can stop that. Okay, and we are on our way. And this is you are anointed and appointed. A little setback, it must happen because the greatness that you have within it, that you're giving out to us, you got to have a few stones in the road. But that's okay. That's okay because you can fly right over them because the power of the love for Africa in your heart is what's you're bringing it to a new day. We don't need it. We don't need to talk anything that is not going to help build up Africa because we're all about building. And with our young people as our extension, we got to become great. We were meant to be great, and now it's our time. And we as Africans have the whole universe on our side.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for all those that are watching. We have Jang Esther watching from Belgium, and she said, I'm already on my way. Festival or not festival, I'll be in Germany because I'd already booked my ticket. We just have a couple of guests also. We are filled here with families that already had booked and said, whether festival this weekend or not, we are coming to Germany. We are going to celebrate ourselves. It must not be at the festival ground, but we would come together. So now we are beginning to think to get a get together somehow in Tübingen. We don't really know how this is going to operate, but we're going to give you actually every information. And we want to thank all of you in the diaspora, those that are watching from Florida. I see our brother Howard Broods say, I'm watching from Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you so very much for joining us, for empowering us and putting your voice on unity and peace for the world. That is what we're just looking for. Unity, dialogue, peace, solutions that bring humanity together. Thank you so very much. And particularly to empower ourselves as Africans to say, if the Chinese could do it, Africa, you can do it. If Europeans could do it, Africans, you can do it. Anybody in the world, if you look at just small Japan, if you look at Dubai, in this little space, they have expanded. So Africa, you can do it. We just need to go back, to trust ourselves, to work hard, to go back to our farms, you know, and stop dreaming that the possibilities are only given in Europe, you know. And that's why we are also calling on the European governments, on the ambassadors that are really sitting at this board, giving the visas, to actually thank you for your support. Most of you have been very, very collaborative. You go through the system, through the documentation. Whether we meet physically or digitally, we are here to build the Africa that we want. So I want to thank also participants that say we are watching from Austria, festival or no festival, we are coming to Tübingen, Germany. Wow. What are we going to do, Sister Marve? They are coming anyway. Whether
Yeah, they're
festival
coming.
or
Yeah.
festival, what are we going to do? Germany, you have to look for a solution. Tübingen, you have to look for a solution. They say festival or no festival, we are coming. Sandra is watching from Holland. Thank you so very much, Sister Sandra. Thank you for watching and contributing on this show. We love you here. You know, Annette Edwards say, I'm watching from the UK. And I was looking very, very excited to be on this wonderful program, to join our brothers and sisters in Germany, and that we can celebrate together. Nevertheless, we are still going to have the chance to meet. Thank you so very much. Thank you. You say you're Jamaican in the UK. We appreciate you. We thank you so much. And Francis is here, Mama Vena, saying, I am live from Zambia. I'm watching from Zambia.
Wow.
And they are thanking us for motivating them, giving them the courage as young
Yeah.
people on the continent. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we'll give you all the support that you need to be able to build yourselves up there. Thank you so very much. Thank
Yes.
you. I
Yes.
love your spirit, Dr. Susan Tata. Thank you so much, Francis Small.
Wonderful.
We also love your spirit. We love you. We want to connect. We want to share. We want to learn from one another. We want to empower ourselves. Yes. And we are sending a shout out. Happy birthday to Abani Ozaze, who is actually a member also of the team that celebrates every 1st of August. And we were already planning to do a celebration today at the festival ground, building the Africa That We Want festival. But nevertheless, we're giving a shout out to you, Abani. Thank you so much. So we have brothers and sisters watching from Nigeria, and they say, we are live now. We are celebrating already. What is even the importance of doing a festival where everybody cannot celebrate? These are comments that we are having. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, brother. Of course. And I have a very important comment here, Sister Navia, that a lot are saying, but why should we only do this kind of great events in the diaspora? Why should we not also invite Germans on the continent to celebrate and even see the African culture? What is your response to it, Mama Vena?
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
We can do anything we want to do because we are doing it for the good of all.
Yes. We're doing it for the good of humanity for all. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Doga, watching from Botswana. From Botswana, you're connecting here. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. All is well. We have Matamera saying, I'm watching from South Africa as usual. We love your program of empowering our young people here. And we really want to thank you. And David Wayne would be also coming. Wow. We also want to thank one of the key ambassadors on this team that was actually, he was the one in charge of collecting funds from the community and supporting. He goes from one African family and shops and just say, I just want to bring my contribution and support. He is also live with us on this program. Mr. Austin Okeke, thank you so very much for your support. He is the ambassador of the Igbo organization and community in Reulingen, Tübingen, and they already had their stand to present their culture, their verein, or their organization in our region. So we have a lot of regional actors here, actors that were already prepared to be here, and we thank you so very much. Yes, I think we're not really going to we're not really going to keep you long because we just wanted to come share this wonderful, beautiful moment with you to say it is not over and don't give up. Yes, there are times where we would cry, but most of the time we're going to smile. Isn't it, Sister Vanna?
Yes, because the door that was closed was too small for us to go through. It's too many of us. So the one that's opening, hey, it's then we'll be exactly where we need to be at. Look at all the support. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much because it's just so wonderful that people, even if you're just calling in, giving us encouragement, We welcome you. We love you. We thank you that because we are uniting. We are uniting, and this is the whole purpose of being here.
Yes, exactly. That is really the whole purpose of this thing: togetherness, unity, love, peace, support
Yeah.
for one another. And we are saying we are one people. We don't have another humanity world. We have just this world. We have just our planet. We have just our nature. We have just us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that we all would be extinguished from this. Oh my God. And we have a brother that says, Ajaga Wilson Fongo is watching from Abakwa. Abakwa is my hometown in Cameroon. And they say we are watching this even live here. We are even enjoying the festival live because we would never have had the opportunity to be there. Thank you so very much. You see, so the digital version is already starting today that we were supposed to start to give you I am the communications about the face-to-face meeting, but we are going to be digital live the whole of this week. Okay, we are also going to get performance people that were supposed to perform, like Sister Merve. She was the one to open the show with a beautiful song that she wrote even for Germany in terms of World Cup. And so yes, we are one people, and we are celebrating this one love worldwide,
Mhm.
and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Sister Mave, do you just want to share, just sing a little bit, just give us a small song, just to share this beautiful spirit in this place with our audience that are watching us in Germany, on the continent, in the diaspora, as we are on this press conference of the cancellation of the face-to-face this week, but the digital festival is going to take live now. Yes, can you just give us one beautiful song, Sister Queen?
Are
Sister
you talking
Benny?
to me?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, um, what should I sing? The African song?
The German song, the one that you sang and blew up the whole Germany. You can sing it,
Da da
and
da
then you
da da da
explain
da da
that. Uh-huh.
da 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 da. I love Africa.
Yes. Okay. So this used to be a very powerful hit. So we are going to get, actors that will be coming. Even the poet that was supposed to come, Oba Dube, is preparing already a poem for us live. So in as much as we're even not going to connect on a face-to-face, we are going to connect digitally. And you see, we are reaching all of you out there that would not even had the opportunity to be here. We want to thank you, Emmanuel, from watching. You say you're watching from Ghana. Thank you so much for joining and connecting us. You young people are the future. It is you that we want to empower. It is you that we want to encourage and to motivate and to give you the support that you need. So, yes, you have to stay in touch. You have to continue to watch. You have to continue to motivate as we motivate you. So yes, thank you so very much. I hear one last comment here, and then we are closing this conference for today because we're going to be live again. I'm in Dubai from Africa. I really want to be on the channel live from Cameroon. I'm so in love with One Africa. Thank you so very much. Of course, you just text us on +49 1578 211 2379, and we are going to get you live on the Pan African Daily. Everybody has the possibility to join us live in the studio each time when we go live. So please make sure you connect through our WhatsApp, and we're going to take you live. You're going to give us a lecture on what your motivation and inspiration for the young people, I have my sister. She's a German sister. She's always been with us from day one till today. Donian Baumgartner. She is an inspiration. She calls herself a doctor of Congo. And she said she feels she is a Congo. And she can give you the history and even the tribes and even the political and cultural and socio-cultural situation of Congo. She has never been to Congo. But Donia Baumgarter lives in Rothenburg, and she has been on the Africa Festival Tübingen since 2010. She is a woman, a great woman with special needs, and she has always been there to put her support. She is the one that brings her apart her technical equipment to also determine the weather, whether the weather would be stronger so that we can adjust. So we want to thank her very much. She has written
Very
something
much.
here
Thank you.
in
Yeah.
German. Can you read
Wonderful
it?
what she wrote.
Yes.
It's very sad. She doesn't understand the world anymore. How could they do this? How could they do this to the fest team? She's in shock, sad, and the Unwetter walked the African festival to, yeah. She's sad
Yes.
about it.
She's our weather correspondent, and she does it voluntarily. And
Yeah.
she does the workshops and everything. Donia is a wonderful, powerful,
We love
speaker.
you. We love
And
you.
we
We
love her.
thank
We
you.
love her so much, Donia. We love you so much, and you know it. You know that you are a supporter, even though you are a German. You said, "I feel I'm an African. That my roots are in
And you
Africa."
are.
And she has always defended and say, "I am
Yeah.
African, even in another color and skin." She can give
That's
you
right.
all the tribes and the situation in Congo that even a Congolese doesn't know. And Donia has received awards from the Congo ambassador in Germany for her support and her engagement at the Tübingen festival.
Wonderful.
So we thank you so much, Donia. He said, es ist traurig,
Fantastic.
ich verstehe die Welt nicht mehr. Wieso man das Festival Palette oder Plattet, ich gehöre zum Festivalteam. Ich bin schockiert und traurig.
Yeah.
Es grüßt die Umweltwächter der Africa Festival
Yeah.
Tübingen team. Yes, this is how united and connected we are on the Africa Festival. We are not black, we are not white, we're colored. We are all open. People with special needs. She is always taking care of the people with special needs at the festival, directing them, helping them, showing them around. She is really a correspondent for us, and she does it free of charge. She has never asked for anything. She has never even wanted to get anything. On the contrary, she has been very supportive, and many. We have more than 80 volunteers from the German community themselves, students at the German university and Africans in the region that every year mobilize themselves, support the Africa Festival because they see it's a beautiful thing that we connect
Yeah.
and learn from one another. I am so happy. And yes, thank you so much, Donia. Thank you. I see this channel is being shadow banded. I guess we're speaking too African. Wow. Brother, I really still don't, J Ed, I don't really understand if I really did understand you, but yes, we thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, what Germany has done to the lands is unforgivable. We could never be friends again. No, we are still friends. We belong to one world. And yes, we are embarrassed and we are shocked. But like we said, it must have been a miscommunication. But we do appreciate your comments, your feedback, because this is how we heal each other. Okay. So yes, we thank you. Cheryl is also here. Queen Cheryl is here, and she
Hello,
is
Cheryl. Love you.
Thank you. Goma Africa Band is watching from Oldenburg, Germany. Goma Africa Band is one of the festival bands. It's the festival band, not one of them. Goma Africa Band is the festival band. Since 2007 that we started in Reutlingen, Ngoma Africa Band has never missed one of these events. And they bring everyone to dancing like never before. Even when we posted, people were already asking, is Ngoma Africa Band going to be there? Is Ngoma Africa Band a part this year? And we say yes. Ngoma Africa Band is originally from Tanzania, and they bring Afro beats, they bring their drums, they bring their costumes, they dance like never before. They drive the community in Germany, in Tübingen, in our region Neckar Alp to dancing like never before. And they were already ready. They had booked their accommodation at the Engeroff hostels, where we have these private rooms in Tübingen, and they were already so ready to be there. So we don't really know the magic. We don't really know what people are still saying. We are gonna be there anyway, festival or no festival. We are gonna be in Tübingen. Maybe we'll just hang around, eat something, and just significantly show we were there, but we are going to be there. Thank you so very much, Ngoma Africa Band.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So, Sister Vena, when you see all this support and people that are saying we are still going to come anyway, how can you describe this kind of a unification platform? How can you describe this?
It's no, you can't really describe it. We can only feel it and enjoy it because it's happening. It's happening now. Thank you, Marco. It's just wonderful. All the people. I mean, this is what it takes to pull us to become our better selves as one. This is what it's taken. It takes something like this to bring it out of us. It's just so powerful. It's so empowering. Also, we thank you all, every one of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I think we'll be rounding up because tomorrow we have a team of journalists that will be coming. Afro News with Ogongo is going to come live with us to actually share perspective. He's been posting all around to say, please, Africans and those on the continent, just stay calm. We're going to take control over this whole situation. I mean, we are great leaders. We know how to actually bring solutions to these challenges. So thank you so very much. Stephen Ogongo is going to be live tomorrow. We hope we are not going to have any technical setbacks so that we can be really live on time. Join us really tomorrow, and we are going to continue this wonderful work. NS Parker is saying, Sister Vena, I love your pearl necklaces.
Okay, I'll send them to you.
NS Parker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parker.
Thank you for all you are beloved people. And like you heard King Maponga said, he's going to be live also this week to give us also the running of our seasons, which we're planning on the 21st to the 22nd of September, the African New Year. So this he's going to give us actually a lot of insight into it. Just watch which day he's coming live, and because he was the one that was supposed to be here, to do a lot of things. And one last thing before we go, we were already on naming this festival, and we already had an African name for this event, which we wanted to unveil during this ceremony, during this year. But as it happens, we are still going to do it anyway. How we want to do it, we'll keep you informed. So just watch out and be the biggest surprise what the name of this event is going to be. It's an African name, and it is a Swahili word, as we are promoting our Swahili diplomatic language of the continent now. So please, it's a Swahili word. We're not going to call it Africa Festival Tübingen again. This is going to be a slogan. But we have an African name that is a new version of this. And King Maponga was the one that had to unveil this name. So please just keep being excited. Stay excited for every good thing that is going to come. One love, family. Please, sister, one last word.
Yeah, this was great, fantastic. I feel the vibes from the people. To have it open up with the God small. I mean, come on, you can't get it no better to have the King of Kings here. Oh, and Felicia, beautiful. She looks like your twin. And it's just so wonderful. All the comments, all the people that came here and watched us. I love y'all so much. You all have given us more power. Just stay with us, okay? We love you so much.
Thank you. Can you imagine how many people are watching from the different platforms? Some of the platforms that we even are not connected live, but they are still here, and nobody wants to leave. Like, please just stay. Yeah.
I think you should stay at least 5 more minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, because The
Yes.
people, yeah, you see.
Donia just said again, was wird nun aus dem Afrika Festival Tübingen? Gibt es überhaupt noch eine Zukunft für das Festival in Tübingen? Susan Tatah? Sister Vanna, you understood that.
Yeah,
Sister Donia is asking, what would be
yeah,
the
it's
future
wise.
of
Yeah.
Africa Festival? Yes.
We just will, it will be better and it will be greater. Okay, do not worry. Okay, it's not like it's the end. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Actually, Tübingen is too small for what we're gonna do. So we just see, okay? Just see. Don't worry. It will work out.
Thank you so very much. Donia, we are here with you. And yes, I think anything that will happen, it would be chosen. All right. Right now, we actually cannot tell you. It's also on this city of Tübingen. Maybe also from their point of view, they actually would not need it. Okay. They would say, okay, we've also been with you for 10 years or for 15 years. And we think it is better that you take it to the next level, maybe to the continent or to another location. So we never really know. It is not an imposition that we must do, but it's also not something that we are saying that we are indispensable. I mean, we're just who we are. There are other communities that are also already reaching out to us when they heard this cancellation and already offering, locations where they think that we can host. But we are still thinking that 2023, the continent of Africa deserves this empowerment program. Of course, we're then going to be with our young people and our projects. Of course, why not? So it's also time for Germans also to be able to travel to the continent to visit an incredible festival like this. Why not? It must not only be Africans. It can also be anywhere in the world. Sister Vanna, the people in the Caribbean will say, when are we bringing it to the Barbados? Why are we only in Germany for 15 years? The fine is so good. It's not just like any other festival around, but it is something unique that has a meaning and a serious meaning. And particularly, we have a lot of academics and scholars that are coming on these projects now. So why are we not coming to the Caribbean? What will you say to that?
Well, we're gonna come to the right place at the right time, okay? But I just want to say to the young lady that just made the you helper, you wherever we are, you will be included, okay? But we're gonna do it on a grander scale in the right place at the right time. So you all just have to trust in that everything is happening for the best.
Yes. Thank you. That answer I couldn't even have answered it perfectly. Francis Small said, yes, my heart is so overwhelmed. I'm excited right now, just like I'm there with you all. So you see,
You are.
do you also think that this could have been also a plan from the gods to say, why do you want to limit this? I mean, share it with the continent at large. Sister Vanna?
Well, Tübingen is a small German city. Africa is so much greater. Once African join, the world will be joined because we are the original. So we so many people look at so many people want to come, want to be there. It's too small. It's too small.
Okay.
For global African, it's too small. Global African include other people. It's too small. The artists are too great.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Everything is working out the way it's supposed to be worked out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I want to salute my brother Joel Lito that is watching from Yaoundé and said, even though it's late now, we are here because we are one people worldwide. We have to connect, we have to celebrate, we have to support one another. This is the unity that we are sharing to empower and to learn from the cultures in the diaspora. Bringing this melting culture together is a beautiful thing. Thank you so very much. We also have Even my family is watching right now from the continent, and they're saying, great job, our doctor. Thank you so very much also for your spiritual guardians and support. We must stand together, and we have to save ourselves. We have to share the love, the unity, the cultures. We have to melt together. Mother Africa, the mother of the nation, the mother of the world, the mother of humanity.
Yeah.
Nature, ecology. And I want to share one beautiful thing about Tübingen. Tübingen is an ecological city. And that's why I think this festival actually is in Tübingen all these years, because it's really in its natural format. Tübingen people just don't they cherish all this kind of, fake kind of, they want us to go back to nature. They believe in nature. Tübingen people are one of the people that are going now on bikes. They prefer to walk in the on foot instead of polluting the whole environment with CO2 and stuff like that. And they're putting a lot of restriction in terms of taxes for anything that will pollute the energy out there. So you see, it's really Africa. And we again coming with our African know-how and the motherland, the mother of nature, of humanity. There could be no that we have been here for all this while. But if the time is up, then so be it. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, everything is under control, and like you said, at the right time. Do you want us to close now? Then you have to close it by giving your audience the last word, sister, as the president and of the executive team of the Africa Festival based in Munich, Germany. Yes, sister, your last word before we close. If not, we're going to stay here the whole night. You know that. Our audience
Okay.
and our
Well, yeah. Okay.
10 hours.
I'll close. All those that are here, we love you so much. You know, the power that it takes to do an event, to even imagine doing something on this scale, has to be filled with the ancestors' guidance. And one that listens at their ancestors is also.
Sorry, sister. There is. Go ahead. We are listening. I'm so sorry.
I'm watching this with my family, with my children. I want them to learn from you and take you as a role model.
Where are you watching from?
They're calling from Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm watching this with my family. I want my children to emulate you as a role model, because we know what you are doing. I'm from Nigeria. I'm the head of culture and tourism for the African Union, ECOSOC in Nigeria.
Very good.
Very good. Beautiful. Thank you so much for calling in. Our regards to all our people in Nigeria. Thank you so much, brother. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes. Bye. Greetings to your children. Wow.
What a compliment.
Yes.
Well, you deserve it, because you're the one that came up with Uniting Africa. That's your baby. And now you're bringing it to birth. You're bringing it to birth. Now you're bringing in so many more people over the air that wouldn't have been at that fest, even known about it. So we're on track. We are on track. And those that are with us, they'll be with us. And they shall be rewarded. I mean, we're just doing the right thing the right way. We're gonna be going through this the whole week. So join us the next time. Call in, support us, encourage us, and let's unite the world. Starting with Africa, that's the world, and then everyone else will come. They are welcome to join.
Thank you so much. Thank you. One break at a time. I think we have come to the end of this press conference, just actually trying to make it in a kind of the African way. That is not like, oh, something has happened. Oh, this. Of course, we are here to seek solutions to African challenges by Africans. And it's one of our duty. And like I said, we'll be meeting again this week on a roundtable conference again with the city to look for another alternative or a solution and a way forward. And we actually will still come back here live to give you the feedback on that date and time of this conference. We cannot disclose it. We still don't know it, but we are very happy that, you know, and this is how we talk about African negotiation, sister. Africa has to actually look at the responsibility of negotiating, even if we are learning through the process to renegotiate. We have to renegotiate contracts that we think really we cannot realize it is going to be an economic deficit for us. Pull out of these contracts and then look at it means again, go back to the negotiation table and then renegotiate these contracts. And we think we're just doing the right thing that we're supposed to do, that every leadership, every country, every government, every institution, every organization does. It will end at the negotiation table. It will end with dialogue. So thank you so very much. So yes, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. And you look so beautiful, Queen Mother. You are so
not more beautiful than you.
And we thank you for your support for the young people on the continent. And be aware, this is just an announcement out of this. We are starting the Young Executive Conference in, I think, August 22nd or something like that. Marsha Lawrence and Petrina in Namibia are going to give us a week. It's going to be a week for young executives, for youth on the continent. 1 week of conferences live. Okay. What is it that you need to be able to succeed on the continent? That's going to be the topic. What is it that young people need to be able to succeed on the continent? This is going to be a 1 week topic where youth are bringing solutions, to their own challenges on the continent and in the communities where they are. So the young executive team of the Pan-African Daily is already putting up that conference. And we were saying after the festival, we're going to get into it. But I just already want to announce to you ahead of time, for all of you that are watching us everywhere on the continent, young people in the rural areas or in the urban cities, please come on board and tell us, the diaspora, tell us what is it that you need to be able to take Africa to the next level. Is it training that you need? Is it material that you need? Then we are going to collaborate with organizations, with people.
And start collecting.
Goodwill communities and diasporans community that are willing to give you the support that you need. So please, we're going to share the flyer and you're going to be a part. There are going to be a lot of guest speakers. None of the guest speakers, even me, I'm not going to be hosting. It is you, the young people, that would create your program, host it, and we will sit and listen to you because it is your time and you are the leaders of the Africa that we want. So I want to thank you, Madessa, and we see us tomorrow. Thank all of you for watching. Thank all of you that are traveling to Tübingen. Even without the festival, we are going to organize ourselves and just maybe have dinner or maybe just get together in a location and dance and celebrate and look at the way forward. But this we would have to announce to you at a later date. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you,
sister.
Yes.
Love you so much. Love you, people. We love you, African. We love you. Whatever color you have, you're African. We love you. Thank you. See you next time. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye. 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 We love you too. We love you too. Beautiful sister. So we love you too from Pan-African Daily. That was just the first press conference of what just happened. And starting on this first, tomorrow we're going to be live with Stephen Ogongo and I think David from Africa Radio Stuttgart, who are going to be encouraging, motivating us and sharing perspective on the way forward. They have been a part of this festival from the beginning in 2007 in Reutlingen, and they're going to share our perspective. So please also prepare your questions. We have a lot of questions to take. Then we are also going to be interviewing artists that were supposed to be here. We're going to have a lot of them, designers, exhibitors, present their products, even poems, a poet or MCs and DJ. Every crew, the way we had planned it is going to be digital, and they're going to share their perspective. And just to give you a clue of what we already had put on the ground. So let the Digital Africa Festival Expo 2022 go on while we sought for a perfect solution to the face-to-face. Thank you so much to our Queen Maeve, that is always on point. Queen Cheryl, we see you coordinating, moderating the chat. We love you so much. You are a member also of the senior executive team. We want to thank Sinovia, also the member of the senior executive team. We want to thank Felicia, that was already here, Kalena, and our sisters on the continent and brothers worldwide in the diaspora. We thank you so much for being here. So we see us.
After centuries of misguidance caused by slavery, colonization, lack of awareness of our history, and institutional disinformation, a new Africa is on the move, determined and getting organized. Afrika tuko pamoja. Welcome to the United Kingdoms of Great Africa. The United Kingdoms of Great Africa is the credo of the alliance movement of all African intelligences around a common ideal, the unity and development of a strong, conquering and completely dedogmatized Africa through the channel of a strong organization called the Africa We Want Global. You are an African, Afro-descendant, researcher, historian, scientist, or simply an NGO. You want to be part of this great historical march towards the total freedom of an uninhibited Africa? Visit our website www.africawewantglobal.org. Register and discover the range of our platforms for change. AfricaWeWantGlobal.org. Join the kingdom, be part of it. An initiative of Dr. Susan Tatah.
Okay. We're closing anyway.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.